Volume of composite shapes. The composite shape that we're going to talk about this year looks like something similar to this. If you notice, it looks like there are two rectangular prisms stacked on top of each other. Kind of reminds me of a wedding cake or a two-layer birthday cake. So how would I go about finding the volume of this shape? I cannot use length times width times height because everything's different. So why don't we take it apart? Why don't we decompose the shape, using my vocabulary here, decompose the shape into two figures that we can find the volume of. So let's call this figure 1, the bottom one. I'm going to call it figure 1, and I'm going to say length times width times height because I can figure that out for this rectangular prism. The length is 5, the width is 3, and the height is 2. So choose two numbers and multiply together. Let's choose 3 times 2. So 5 units times 6 units squared gives me 30 units cubed. If I counted all of these squares, how many would I have? 30. Let's look at the top layer of the cake, the second part. Let's solve it. So for my number 2 shape, rectangular prism, volume equals length times width times height. The length is 3 units. The width is also 3 units. And the height is 2 units. Okay, so choose 2. How about 3 times 3? 3 times 3 is 9 units squared times 2 units, and 9 times 2 is 18 units cubed. Now that's the answer for the second problem. Here was the answer I had for the first problem. What do I do now with two different answers? I'm going to compose my answer. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to add it because it's the same as putting your shape back together. If this is 30 and this is 18, what do you get all together? I should have 30 plus 18. I should have 48 units cubed as my answer. If you counted all of these blocks, you would get 48.